Everything I say sounds so cringy. This isn't gonna go very well. It's not actually morning anymore, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, but in lockdown, like, who knows what day of the week it is, to be honest. To some of you, this scene may not seem so unfamiliar. I was going to say unfamiliar, but like me saying that while like pointing to my bed. You slag! That's not what I meant. I kind of started doing YouTube videos when I was like leaving school, going into uni, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I had so much fun making videos, editing, and I actually got quite a lot of like positive feedback from it. You wouldn't believe it, but people seem to enjoy them. As I said, I was at uni, like things kind of got in the way, and eventually I made the videos private because they're quite embarrassing. At the time, people said such good things about them, and now I don't trust anyone. They were awkward. But obviously, I do not live and learn. I'm back again. We're in lockdown. I'm bored as shit.
Bored as shit.
I just kind of thought, why not? Honestly, who is surprised? Like, if you weren't expecting it, wise up. See, even if it gives you guys like something to laugh about, you're welcome. So I took to the Finstagram that little post saying, might be already. It definitely is. But kind of want to start the channel again, thinking of maybe doing a Q&A, should I? And just so you can see, 100% of people said yes. And as I am a self-confessed people pleaser, we have to give the people what they want. All those 11 people who voted in the poll, this one's for you. But one thing I was surprised at was I actually got loads of questions. And yes, I might have had to force my friends to ask them, but can you see that? Like, the people want to know things, and I'm here to give them the answers, to be honest. I sounded quite Irish there. Give them the answers. Don't worry, I won't attempt that ever again. So yeah, I kind of just thought for this first video back, first and potentially last, I would just answer some of these questions that like mainly my friends asked me. I don't know how people start this. Like, I feel like I'm just question one. What TV shows have you been watching recently? So we have Netflix, Amazon Prime and Disney Plus. Weird brag. And we have been making the most amount of use out of it. So recently, one that my sister and I have been watching is Casa de Papel, or I think on Netflix it's now called Money Heist. I watched this 2 years ago when I was in Canada on exchange, and I think I watched season 1 and 2 when I was in Canada with my friends there. For some reason, we watched it in Spanish.
And I don't know if that is because there wasn't the option of the English dub, or one of my best friends in Canada was Spanish. But we were all English, and like he is fluent in English, so like I don't know why we didn't watch it in English.
Basically, they have a new season out, so I just thought I would watch it from the start, since it's been a few years since I started watching it, and I am once again fully obsessed. It is such a good show, so if you're needing something to watch, definitely watch that. The other thing I've been loving is Normal People on BBC. So that is one of my favourite books. I absolutely love it. The cast is stunning. Definitely watch it. I think they're only like half an hour long. There's like 13 episodes.
Just finished watching Normal People and I feel empty inside.
So yeah, that. And then the other thing which I've been loving recently is on Amazon Prime. It's a show called New Amsterdam, and it's like kind of like Grey's Anatomy. Every episode is a roller coaster. So if you're wanting to like feel something during lockdown,
What a sad little life, Jane.
it's a good one. Okay, next question. What is the first thing you want to do when lockdown is lifted? First thing I want to do when lockdown is lifted is obviously see all my friends, go out drinking. Me and like my close friends have been talking about going to Ashton Lane. Just when like the weather was really good last week. I mean, if you're not from Glasgow, Ashton Lane's like a street full of like beer gardens and stuff. Honestly, I am like drooling over the thought of day drinking with my friends and just absolutely causing it.
Causing it.
However, I really think before that happens, I'm gonna need to like do something about this situation. My eyebrows, honestly, it looks like I'm sitting kind of far away. It's not social distancing. It is because my eyebrows are, at this point, not even sisters. Like,
They don't know each other.
they are horrific. I've seen this on Twitter quite a few times, but people like suggesting that beauticians and stuff open before the pubs do. Fully on board with that idea. Seeing my friends drinking and getting my eyebrows done is probably on my to-do list. What's the secret to finding love? Well, if you're looking for that answer from me, you're lost. I don't know. I wish I did. This is quite a funny question. What is the weirdest rumour you've ever heard about yourself? I guess you could call this a rumour, I don't know. So I used to work in a shoe shop in town, and one of the girls that I worked with knew a lot of people who were on the same university course as I am, or I was.
Still not over it.
Yeah, so there was this girl who was on my course. The girl that I worked with basically told me that the girl on my course was telling people that I was trying to steal her man. In the short of it. So this girl was like telling people that me and her were fighting over this boy. At this time, I genuinely was like as single as they get. Like, wasn't talking to anyone, wasn't even interested in anyone. I was like, that's not true. Also, I don't fight for no men. Like, that's not my vibe. I mean, well,
No. Well.
yeah. And then I heard it again like a couple days later. No one seemed to know who the boy was either. So I don't know, very confusing situation. I feel like my life's gotten quite boring since I left university. Next question. Okay, this is one of my favourite questions. So the question is, what drink are you versus what drink do you aspire to be? So basically, like, if you were to be represented in a drink, what would it be? And like, what drink do you wish you were? I don't know if that makes sense. The drink I am is a dragon soup. And I know you're all sitting there thinking,
Kirsty, drinking dragon soup isn't a personality trait.
Shut up and let me explain. Okay.
dragon soup is full of caffeine. It will keep you up literally all night long.
You slag!
I just mean, like, I genuinely have the energy to fuel 6 small children. Will probably give you a headache, and they're not very classy. And the drink that I would aspire to be or like to be, I think, is like a peach Bellini. So like, not just your basic Prosecco, like a little bit fruity with that peach. Also classy, you know, peach Bellini. That's a good one. What's your most embarrassing moment? My life is genuinely like a reel of embarrassing moments. Like, unfortunate things happen to me all the time. One that I remember like really vividly, it was actually quite recently. In November, my gym membership at the gym that I go to had run out, and it was quite like a strict like contract. I came out of it, I was like, do you know what, I'm not gonna like pay for another year straight away. Like, I'll go and see if there's any cheaper gyms that like I like before getting stuck back into that. So I joined Pure Gym. The first thing that went wrong, I got there, the place is huge, there's so many people there, it was mobbed. And when I run, like, I like to do sprints. I hate cardio. I am not a cardio queen. I can't breathe. In my old gym, the treadmills were quite chunky, so I would like sprint and then hop up onto the side. You can probably see where this is going. So I was sprinting, sprint, and then like pushed myself up to put my feet on the sides of the treadmill to like rest, and completely misjudged it. My foot like toppled over. I absolutely like face planted it, like decked it off the treadmill, and it was still moving. So embarrassed. It was like peak time, 5 o'clock. There were so many people there. That wasn't even the worst of it. The story gets good. So when you leave or come in and out of Pure Gym, there's these like cylinder, I'll maybe try and insert a photo here. You have to like put your pin in, whatever. I think on the way into the gym the doors had been open, so I didn't actually have to do it. And then on the way out, so I'm like putting my pin in, trying to like read off my phone. The door on the first one opens, and so I naively walk into it, assuming that the second one will soon follow. You know how doors normally work. Like, what you would expect it, right? The door behind me shuts. I fully expect the one in front of it to open. No. I was trapped. I was like, how long do I wait till I get out? And so I'm literally the door doesn't open. I'm literally stuck in this like cylinder. So I'm like warm roasting. My legs were jelly from just doing a workout. I was hot. I had also just fallen off a treadmill, injured. Bear in mind, they're plastic, like they're clear. You can see in and out. Where I have just come from is all the treadmills, the full cardio like section of the gym. So I'm not a claustrophobic person, but like when the door didn't open, like you start to panic. Like, it's not that big a space. And so like I turn around like in a panic, and I'm like looking around like, what do I do? And so some man is like walking towards me, and I'm trying to like do all these like hand movements, like sign language, like sorry, locked in a glass container. And he's walking towards me as if I'm about to like attack him or something, and I'm like, mate, I can't get out, I can't hurt you, I am literally trapped. And so he calls over like one of the PTs to come and like, I don't know, rescue me. And so this PT comes over. I genuinely could not hear what he was saying through the glass. Like, he was trying to instruct me on how to like emergency escape these pods. So he is like on the ground floor of the gym. There's so many people there, and he's like shouting instructions to me on how to get out of this glass cylinder. And because he's shouting so loudly, obviously everyone starts looking, like everybody stops what they were doing on whatever equipment they were on and is now looking at me trapped in this container. It was mortifying. Like honestly, like I wanted the bottom of the tube to just like swallow me up. Oh, this is quite a cute one. So someone asked me, what are your staple clothing items? So I am not fashionable, like really not a fashionista, as you can see. Not flexible either. Oh my god, do you know those like Instagram influencers these days who have been wearing bandanas? If I attempted to wear a bandana, do you know how much abuse I would get? Like, I would not be able to leave lockdown for another 5 months at least. I don't know how they pull it off. Genuinely, lockdown hasn't been that hard for me because I really naturally just wear comfy clothing a lot. The one thing that I would say that I absolutely love and wear all the time is leather jeans. If you look at my Instagram like the past 2 or 3 months, literally every night out I wear leather jeans. They go with crop tops, bodysuits, like you name it, I don't know, other items of clothing. So I have a pair of Zara leather jeans which I just wear to death, so that would be my staple clothing item, I guess. Other than that, like comfies, like hoodies. I have a million hoodies. Someone asked me, if you're a household object, what would you be? And I don't actually know the answer to that, so if anyone has suggestions of what I would be if I was a household item, let me know below. Okay, we'll make this the last question. Who is your celebrity crush? So these change for me a lot, like depending on who's on TV, who's doing what. I currently have 2 celebrity crushes like going on at the moment. The first one is Josh Dillon, who played young Bill in Mamma Mia. But he's also recently been in a TV show called Noughts and Crosses, which is another like BBC adaptation of a book that I love. And he plays Jude in Noughts and Crosses, which is kind of like a bad boy. Okay, his Instagram's kind of like edgy. He has a lot of photos with Lily James on his Instagram, and like she's another celebrity crush. I love her. He also has his ear pierced, which I quite rate. Do you know what else I rate? Boys with nose piercings. Like, I don't know why it's a new thing for me. Are we like, I don't know. Do you know when people like say we like tall, dark and handsome? I think my type is blondes. I don't know. I'm not really sure. My other celebrity crush at the moment is, I actually already spoke about it in Normal People, the boy who plays Connell, Paul Mescal. Honestly, is a dream. When I first saw the casting for Normal People, I wasn't convinced. Like, after reading the book, like, he just wasn't what I expected. But after watching it, like, he has fully convinced me that he's going to be my next husband. Like, absolutely obsessed. I think it's the Irish accent. I don't really know how to round this video up, I guess. Not even sure if anyone will still be here watching at this point, but thanks so much for watching if you are. I guess I'm going to try and put up some more videos. Like and subscribe and all that, you know, nonsense. This is what a lockdown mental breakdown looks like.